raise of hands. Who wants to have children? Thumbs up.
Sorry.
Okay, ladies, come on, throw them up.
Damn, Chile, what you
fuck
want,
them
babe?
kids.
Can you put up a thumb
She
thing?
said,
You said put it up if you want kids. I don't want kids.
Okay,
So put it up or down.
The red one. The red.
Hell
All right,
no.
so every
She
girl
said
here
fuck
wants
them kids.
except
that's
for her.
crazy. You
Okay.
would never be on my knees.
Yeah, Andrew, glad you have anything you want
If
to
I
say?
don't find the right person, though, I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree.
To be
Have her do the
honest,
thing.
like, to
I'm
be
just
honest,
saying,
it's not near.
it's
Have her
not
do
like
the
I'm
ratings thing.
No, there's
that
nobody.
desperate
There's nobody
to-
perfect you can find. I'm telling you that.
No, I know.
There's nobody who's prepared for parent life ever.
I want a
I mean,
bunch
she
of
knows.
But I'm not
bro.
just gonna have a kid to have
Yeah,
a kid.
for
Is
sure,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. That's all.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
but you're like 30 what?
I don't know.
35?
No,
Me?
she's.
Yeah.
Chris is
33.
asking.
I mean,
I have
and
a
you
little
don't know?
time.
No, you don't have time.
No,
bro.
I'm saying.
That's the
I'm
thing.
saying if
Someone-
I meet
You gotta find a
someone.
man. You gotta get to know for 2 or 3
can't.
extra
She do
years.
got time,
Y'all
bro.
get pregnant, maybe.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I might not, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
All right. Yeah,
'cause-
ideally, yes, but I'm not gonna
Like, let's say
just-
you met a guy tomorrow. Like, you would probably end up getting married to him and having kids by the time you're like 36.
Like you never know what
That's so
happens, guys.
Well, I mean, that's considered a high risk
You don't
pregnancy.
I know.
have maybe one.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah, sorry, man.
I would be open to it.
Open?
I love children.
No, not open.
Yeah, because it would be a high risk pregnancy is the
I'm
thing.
not against that ever.
I mean, some guys will try.
Why'd you like put it off? Like, why do you not?
Oh, I am a cautionary tale of my own. So she belongs to the streets. No,
You believed in feminism 10 years ago?
no.
Never?
I've always wanted like the traditional relationship and it to be like the man of the head of the household.
Yeah.
And so I expected the men
What part of
to
North Carolina are you from originally?
Charlotte.
Okay.
So I expected that the men that I was dating to play their role, but I wasn't playing my role.
Okay.
So
What-
I
Like,
wasn't-
what happened? Like,
I wasn't cooking. I didn't think I had to. I didn't. I thought I could like put my 2 cents in when it wasn't wanted. And
it
I
never
thought,
is.
and I thought like, you know, oh well, if these guys that I've been dating like don't like that, I'm not gonna change. But I just had like an epiphany
You did
within
30.
like the past 6 months.
Yeah, 30.
So now I'm like, it's not too late for me,
Yes, it
right?
is.
I just didn't know any different.
Bro, it's too late, bro.
We're cutting
No,
close, babe.
sorry.
Just give it up.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. It's okay.
Andrew,
what do you think?
Maybe I'll be an advocate for girls and be like,
Andrew,
listen,
what's
don't
your
do what I
take
did.
on this?
That would
It's
be
gonna
good.
have to be. It's gonna have to be huge settling. There's no.
Yeah.
There's no real way around it, and you're.
Well, let's pull up the calculator for her. Fuck it.
The person you settle
Oh,
for is not
God.
going to be optimal, and you're only going to be able to have maybe one
So
or
is
two
it better
kids.
that I settle or then I don't get married and not have kids?
I would settle and get
Okay.
married.
I mean,
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
okay,
I would
you
lower.
said
I would
married.
significantly lower your standards for
Yes.
you know
Okay.
Joe Bill who lives out in the middle of nowhere, and
I like country men.
you know maybe he has a beer belly and he drinks a little too much beer and this type of
Okay.
thing, but he treats you
You got the
good.
calculator?
Oh, God.
All right, minimum age?
Oh.
30,
Okay, 30 to what?
45.
Okay,
You're lowering your standards on this, by the way.
Yeah, you learn.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay.
You are gonna, well, we should start with her real standards.
Oh, okay.
And then we can go to the,
Yeah.
just to see where she where she stands. And then, all right, but yeah, okay, what's the minimum height? Keep it real.
5'8". They really could be. I'm 5'3". So
Okay. Race.
any like I don't
Man,
have.
come on, man! Don't do the typical white girl. I'll take any. Most white
Hey,
women prefer.
You don't know me.
Most white women overwhelmingly
Okay.
prefer only white men. They only deal with dudes if you got some money or some
White
status.
Hispanic, right?
Keep it a million.
A lot
There's
of white
nothing
guys
wrong. Hold
date
on,
black guys.
everybody. Hold on. I don't want white people to be scared to say, "Oh, I don't want to
No,
come
I'm
off
not.
as racist."
I'm not scared.
If you prefer white men, that's totally cool. Don't let anybody shame you. So what's your
I
preferential
don't
race?
have. I honestly I don't have a specific attraction
Okay.
to certain.
Will you do Asian
looks.
guys?
Yes.
Like Asian.
Yeah. What's wrong
Chinese.
with them? Yeah, I mean,
All right. Will you do black?
yes, I would. I mean,
All right. Would you do
What do you-
white?
you just-
Would you white? Yeah. Hispanic? Would you do Hispanic?
yes.
Okay.
What?
You'll do all. Okay.
You guys just told me to like lower my standards anyway.
No, no,
so
no,
even
no,
if
no,
I
no, no,
had
no, no, no,
one,
no, no.
First, we're
We
not.
want your real standards so
No,
that we
that's
can get a
it.
real. Okay, bare minimum education for you then.
there's men that don't go to college anymore and they make way more than everyone else. So I wouldn't
What's the bare minimum
say. I mean, high school.
High school. All right. Bare minimum
Yeah.
income then. Be honest about this.
70,000.
Okay.
They have to make more than a teacher.
Okay. Can he be obese?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then
Thank you,
obviously
Chris.
not married, right? So, okay, let's go ahead.
Obese, though, with the BMI thing, it's a little weird. If you've ever looked it up, like somebody can be barely over the line and be technically obese. So maybe uncheck that.
But most of them fall past
Exclude
that
obese.
You
line,
think?
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
All right, let's go ahead.
Let's pray for me.
The BMI indicator works for most people.
Okay, that's
All
a lot.
So,
Oh my God.
Oh, you gotta
What's the kid
That's
name?
not good still.
That's not good.
Better than hers.
Yeah, but to be better than almost nothing is still almost
You
nothing.
are a teacher, 2%. You can't pass for 2%.
Hey, I haven't seen you guys pull up a higher percentage in your past shows, so I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
no, there was one girl that got like
Where?
one or
When?
two cat bags.
Yeah,
There was one girl that got one or two
But
cat bags. It was shocking.
2.3 we can whittle down real quick too by asking questions like, what about having stepchildren? What about having...
I'm a teacher. I love kids. They love me. I
Yeah,
would be
but
the best
I mean, the
stepmom.
stepchild dynamic is not an
I
easy
know.
one, right?
Yeah, no,
So
I
you can move
totally
into
get
that. Then you can move into, plenty of other things like you were saying earlier. What about, is he nice? Is he kind? Does he
Yeah,
give
he
me the
has to be-
butterflies in my
yeah.
stomach? All that stuff.
Yeah.
So it starts to whittle pretty quick.
Because here's the thing, that guy is 2% of the population, right? And I mean, you've been single for this long. I'm sure you probably come across this guy a few times already, right? That
Yeah,
met these requirements,
probably.
but you turned him down. Like, but you think it's because you didn't like?
Well, I only told you my part in it because that's all I can be responsible for.
Yeah.
They have their own issues,
Like
and
what?
so, well, I don't know.
Did
I
they like
mean,
break up with you, or did you break up with them? Like you said that you.
It's been both.
Okay. And they told you like you don't cook and you don't listen, or sorry, or
No,
you
I
give
would
your
like.
opinion.
Yeah, I knew, but I didn't want to accept that was, and my friends would be like, oh, you don't need to listen to him, like, and so here I am.
Oh, your
Women
friends
give each
are-
other bad advice, man. Is what I know.
They really do.
So your friends made you single. Congrats.
No, I already
No, she
owned
did.
it.
Yeah.
Can I get some credit? I already said what I did wrong, and I just have realized it. And before this, like 6 months ago and prior, I was like, it's fine. I'll just be single, and I'm not a feminist in any sort of way. But I was like, oh
Fool
well.
me.
Unlikely.
Unlikely what?
I don't know. We always.
Sorry, no.
Okay.
You're not-
I
you think
get
you're not a
offensive
feminist?
with that. No, I'm not.
Okay, so if you don't mind if I test this out to see if you're actually a feminist or not,
Yes.
do you feminism defined as the egalitarianism or equality between men
No.
and women?
Just no.
Okay, so then
I think men are way smarter, more logical. I've always wanted a man boss, like a principal. They're way better. They're not emotional. Like they just think more rationally, and it's just I've always wanted a traditional Christian relationship, like where they're the head. But I always thought that I had valuable things to say too, and I would put my little cents in when they didn't.
sure. So
want me to.
So back to the feminism thing.
I'm not a feminist.
Okay, all I'm doing is testing it. That's
Okay.
it. That's it.
You're talking back
Okay.
like one.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so anyway, that's you putting your little
That's
2
okay.
cents in there, right? So anyway,
Yeah, see, there's a
yeah, see,
there it
it's
is.
willful feminist. But anyway, right to vote. Should we have the right to vote?
not if they're dumb. No, I mean,
Should
I
they
would be
just-
fine with not voting. I would let my
Okay.
husband do it.
And then what does
Truly.
submission? What does submission mean?
It means that at the end of the day, if you guys have a discussion, it's his word over yours, and it's ultimately he doesn't even have to ask you your opinion.
Okay, and do you agree that that's true?
Yes.
Okay.
Before, no.
And do you think that the world should be run by a patriarchy?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's basically all of those kind of reject feminist idealism.
Thank you.
But isn't it interesting that you only began to reject feminist idealism 6 months ago when you found out and determined that that feminist idealism might be the cause of why you're single at this age?
what was the like?
I mean, does that
is
seem
it
a bit
better
convenient?
late than never?
Yes, of course,
Okay,
but
thanks.
you can understand why people might see that as being
No, I get
a
it.
convenient
I get
thing.
it.
Much like when people convert to Christianity when they're in their 30s after having been promiscuous women, things like this. Obviously, that could be a red flag that perhaps you have ulterior motivations than just what, now I believe it, but do you believe it? Who knows? Same thing when they reformed religions, hard to determine if that's actually what they believe, right?
Yeah.
Would you say, because you obviously went to school, you went to college, right? And I've always, would you say that, that ideology was kind of built up from, going to school? Like going to college? Because it's very, it's very liberal, very...
No. In North Carolina, I mean,
Yeah,
where
that's
I
not
grew
that
up,
very
that's
liberal.
not, no, it's...
No, but college
not like
campuses
that.
are.
College campuses are still liberal in
yeah.
North Carolina,
Yeah.
for sure.
No. I just thought that I knew best. Here I am.
But that's a feminist tendency, though.
Yeah.
It's like what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay, but
Okay, but
The
one
whole, you do understand,
thing
the
out of
whole
all of it doesn't
concept
make
of,
I'm me a feminist.
if you think that you know best that is a feminist tendency.
Because that pushes away,
Yeah, of course.
pushes
That,
into
I
egalitarianism,
get what you're
right?
saying.
It's a masculine trait.
yeah.
But that's what I didn't realize I was doing
You're still
in
doing
a
it right now.
relationship. No.
You're cutting him off right now. You're answering before he's even finished his statement.
What? Okay.
And listen.
Yeah, Chris.
I know.
I'm just saying, bro. She's like, I know, but I'm like, do you even know what the question is?
Yeah, I
You're
think.
calling me a feminist, and I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, but you have you have feminist tendencies and behaviors, and I don't blame you for it. I mean, you're 33 years old. You've been this way for a very long time. It's gonna take you, and you've only realized this 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to let go of certain habits and behaviors
Yeah.
after you've been that way for the better part of 30 years.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's just what it is. It's gonna take a while.
Oh, it's
So-
too late, bro. It's 35, bro.
Oh shit! 33, Chris.
33.
Yeah, I'm
can't teach all dogs new tricks,
33.
man.
Whatever.
God. Damn.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me. It's okay.
All right.